Eden Zero is back, everyone, and as you can imagine, Shigi is completely surprised that Shira is currently the Emperor of the AO Cosmos, and Lugia is the rebel leader fighting against him. And obviously, his brain has just exploded from this insanity because that is nothing like any other universe they've been to. Like, Universe Zero is completely different. So we skip back over to see what's happening with Moscow and Homaru. And obviously, all the ladies are still trying to escape, that the guards are chasing them. Things are going the way they are, as you'd expect. All the ladies have towels now? Like, every single one has a towel on, which is crazy because it's not like there would be any towels in the area that they would be in because the guy purposely melted their clothes, so this way he could then turn them into furniture. So he wouldn't have towels for them because he wants a naked statue, which means they had to have found a bunch of towels for escaping. Why not just escape? You can get clothing or whatever it needs after you've already escaped people with guns. I'm just saying, that's priorities, people. Homaru actually trips, and she's about to be gunned down when Muscoi saves her, and she actually starts to think, if only I had the power to fight for myself. And a see-through version of one of her swords actually begins to appear in her hand as she's imagining being able to fight for herself, but then it just fades away and disappears. Muscoi actually notices this and is surprised because most likely he knew Valkyrie, which means he most likely knows what that ether gear is. But once again, this also proves that Homaru never met Valkyrie, which means once she gets her memories back, and I've said this before, this is going to be very sad, she's going to remember her mother, Valkyrie, as her mother. But Valkyrie, if she's still alive, because Universe Zero is crazy the way it is, if she's still alive, she will have no memories of Homaru, which would be one of the saddest things ever. The fact that in this universe, Homaru and Valkyrie never met. It'd be a completely one-sided love between a mother and a daughter because the mother never adopted the daughter. That's just sad. As for the situation with Sister and Keely and, of course, Jin, Sister actually scans Keely and discovers that, yeah, she's completely healthy, and that's great. But the funny thing is that she doesn't really know how to wake them up, even though she said she was going to do this. And so, as you can imagine, Jin attacks her with his rocket fist, which proves that he was turned into a cyborg in this universe as well, so still kind of confused on that. So does that mean that the bastard scientist is out there, and which means what happened to Hermit definitely happened to Hermit? That's, wow. We're definitely have to kill that guy again. Straight up, just, he needs to die. So Sister's trying to figure out a way to get them to remember, because she remembered everyone because of what she did with Rebecca, and the others all remembered everyone because they were friends. But how does she get these two to remember? And then she realizes that she's done so much for them, as saving Keely's life once upon a time, which means she's their benefactor, and she actually gets mad that they do not remember her and all the great things she did for them. Kind of conceited, but alright. But yeah, Sister's having trouble at the moment. Yeah, so back to Rebecca. She's once again tied up in trees, and that guy, he's showing himself to be the way he was before, a sadist who enjoys tying up and torturing. Funny thing is, this time Rebecca actually is able to get herself free using her ether gear, and she kicks her way free, goes into overdrive, and looks like she's about to kick his ass. But just like Shiki, her body isn't now committed to the power, and so she just falls over. Yeah, so Pina actually tries to warn them, but she's too late. So the tree guy starts to mock her and comes up with a statement that does she not like the way he bound her, and is there a certain way that she prefers to be? And he comes to the conclusion that, you actually seem to be quite familiar with this. Come on, really? Have we ever actually seen Rebecca in bondage? Like, does that really ever happen? Like, is there really someone who's just as much of a sadist, maybe more than this bastard? I doubt it. I don't think Rebecca has to deal with that kind of stuff. I mean, come on. But seriously, he's starting to get more and more vicious as he decides to bind her arms completely behind her back and basically just intensify serious pain into her nervous system, where her veins are starting to pulsate and basically being ripped apart from the inside. And Rebecca actually has no idea what to do. She's completely trapped in this situation. She can't have Happy become a weapon. She can't use her ether gear. She's completely just stunned. And that is until Happy points out that she has guns on her back. And she realized that she's been so focused on her old memories that she forgot that she has the memories of Universe Zero, where she always carried around guns, because she's a marksman. That's who she's always been in no matter what universe. Which makes sense, because if Happy can't be her gun, she would just carry around other guns, real ones. Then, with this realization, she then decides to basically use her marksman skill while hands are tied behind the back And we basically just get a ton of just ass shots of her. And I mean, literally, just a bunch of ass shots. Like, one of them is actually just her ass with the guns. That's literally the entire panel. But yeah, she first blasts him with a bunch of ether bullets. He falls, stumbles. She then breaks some electrical cables and then uses her guns to guide them towards him to wrap him up. So he's completely trapped while she's then able to just unload on his ass. Like, that takes some serious marksmanship on her part. Be able to guide, ball backwards with her hands tied, guide an extension cord to wrap around someone. That is insane. But yeah, Rebecca wins the fight. Also, she says that this is before her vision started to fade. I didn't even know that she started to have vision problems. I guess there have been a few scenes where she's wearing glasses, so I never noticed that. Legitimately, like the fact that her vision is starting to, get worse and worse. She does state that she plays too many video games, so that's probably it. She just stares at the screen too much. She's apparently going to do that a lot for the next 3 years to mess up her vision. But yeah, Rebecca won, and apparently Weiss's fight is up next. Which means we're going to see Hermit, because she's going to be brought in to give a proper upgrade to his suit, so he can then win his fight. So yeah, we're going to see Hermit next chapter, which is going to be cool. Which means we'll only be missing 3 members. Lagunica, Pocha, and Labelica. No, wait, 4. Captain Connor. Gotta have your pilot. Alright, if you enjoyed this video, subscribe, give it a thumbs up so you enjoy more Eden Zero and other anime things. Thank you, and have a great day.